8 things that the mainstream media is being strangely quiet about right now, Michael Snyder reports. The news cycle has become so predictable lately. Corporate media outlets find something that they think the Trump administration has done wrong, and they pound on it until they find something else that they think the Trump administration has done wrong. In response, conservative media outlets jump on the stories that the corporate media is reporting and vigorously defend the Trump administration. Meanwhile, there's lots of very important stories that are not getting the attention that they truly deserve. One of the things I'd like to do is to draw attention to stories that I believe are being seriously underreported. The following are 8 things that the mainstream media is being strangely silent about right now. Number 1, unknown aircraft continue to fly with complete impunity over key military bases all over the United States. This is not reported on, and we don't even know who's behind this. Objects exhibiting advanced technology continue to fly with complete impunity over sensitive military installations and critical infrastructure. Despite the Pentagon's advanced imaging and sensor capabilities, the nature, purpose, and origin of these enigmatic craft are unknown, raising an array of pressing national security concerns. In interviews with 60 Minutes early this month, 2 recently retired 4-star Air Force generals and the Air Force commander overseeing North American airspace defense begrudgingly admitted that the drones, quote unquote, that loitered in dramatic fashion over key military assets in recent years remain a confounding mystery. 2. The Department of Government Efficiency, DOGE, has discovered that the Small Business Administration made 5,593 loans to borrowers whose only listed owner was 11 years old or younger at the time of the loan. Can you imagine? Little children. In 2020-21, SBA granted 5,596 loans for $312 million to borrowers whose only listed owner was 11 years old or younger at the time of the loan. While it's possible to have business arrangements where this is legal, that is highly unlikely for these 5,593 loans of $312 million, as they all also used a social security number with the incorrect name. Number 3, domestic terrorists just planted multiple incendiary devices at a Tesla dealership in Austin, Texas, but this incredibly alarming story has already disappeared from the news cycle. The following comes from a brief ABC News story about this incident that was posted yesterday. Multiple incendiary devices found at Tesla dealership in Austin, Texas on Monday morning. According to the Austin Police Department, officers located the suspicious devices after responding to a Tesla dealership on US Route 183 just after 8 a.m. local time and called the Austin Police Department bomb squad to investigate, police said in a statement. The devices were determined to be incendiary and were taken into the police custody without incident, officials said. Thank goodness they were found, right? 4. Far-left radicals at anti-government rallies throughout the nation are openly calling for violence against government officials. Another blathered about hanging Trump by his ankles from a lamppost until dead, stating the only good fascist is one that's DEAD, unalive. Another attendee stated that violence is the only thing they're going to listen to now, adding that I feel like we've done the rallies. If this was what we need to do, that's what we need to do. 5. There are plans to create a new Islamic city on 402 acres of land in Texas that would include over 1,000 houses, a mosque, a faith school, a community college, and sports facilities. If constructed, Epic City would be built on a 402-acre site which covers parts of Collin and Hunt counties. Preliminary plans include over 1,000 houses, a mosque, a faith school, a community college, and sports facilities split into 2 sections, Epic Ranches 1 and 2. In a February update, East Palto Islamic Center resident scholar Yasir Qadi said the plan was to create a Muslim neighborhood which would be well integrated into the wider community. 6. The number of people living in the United States that were born outside the country has reached the highest level ever recorded. The number and share of the U.S. population that are foreign-born, or our immigrants reached record highs in January, report says. Data from the government current population survey shows that the foreign-born or immigrant population, legal and illegal together, hit 53.3 million and 15.8% of the total U.S. population in January 2025, according to the Center for Immigration Studies CIS think tank. Number 7. During the partial solar eclipse that will happen March 29, many in North America will actually get to see solar horns, quote unquote. There's something special about the partial solar eclipse on March 29, 2025. For North Americans in the right place at the right time and who get clear skies, there's a chance to see the unique spectacle of solar horns, a phenomenon where the cusps of an eclipsed crescent sun appear as two distinct points above the horizon during sunrise. For observers in the northeastern United States and eastern Canada aiming to witness this rare event, selecting the optimal location is crucial. Number 8. An ancient 2,200-year-old pyramid-shaped structure has been found in the middle of the Judean desert. This is an incredible archaeological discovery, but hardly anyone is talking about this. An excavation in the Judean desert unearthed a massive 2,200-year-old pyramid-shaped structure alongside ancient papyri, weapons, tools, and fabrics, which experts are calling one of the richest archaeological excavations in the area. The Israel Antiquities Authority and the Heritage Ministry, which are jointly leading the dig north of Nahal Zohar, say the findings date to the Hellenistic period when the Ptolemies and Seleucids ruled the land of Israel. How many of those stories did you know about before reading this article? Hopefully at least a few. If a news story does not stir up negative emotion against President Trump and his administration, the corporate media is probably not going to emphasize it much. I'm extremely concerned about where all of this negative emotion is taking us. We're seeing incidents of political violence on a regular basis now, and I'm entirely convinced that even more civil disorder could be ahead. We desperately need our largest media outlets to tone down their rhetoric, but I don't expect that to happen anytime soon. This is by Michael Snyder on End of the American Dream. Please leave your comments, and thank you for your support. About the author, Michael Snyder's new book, a blockbuster entitled Why, is available in paperback and for Kindle on Amazon. He also has written 8 other books available on Amazon, including Chaos, End Times, 7-Year Apocalypse, Lost Prophecies of Future America, The Beginning of the End, Living a Life That Really Matters. When you purchase any of Michael's books, you help to support the work he's doing. You can also get his articles by email as soon as he publishes them by subscribing to his Substack newsletter. Michael has published thousands of articles on the Economic Collapse blog, End of the American Dream, and The Most Important News, and he always freely and happily allows others to publish those articles on their own websites. These are such troubled times and people need hope. John 3:16 tells us about the hope that God has given us through Jesus Christ. For God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, that whosoever believeth in him should not perish but have everlasting life. If you have not already done so, we strongly urge you to invite Jesus Christ to be your Lord and Savior today. Support my Patreon account. The daily posts are 5 videos daily, and they are totally different from what I have on my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for your support and that you find all my content so interesting. You'll find the Patreon account details in the description box below.